This is a set of plans for a nice little cat boat called Trio. It's at Mystic Museum. And alright, I bring the back of the model. I bring it right to the edge just so I don't have to cut that. Then I just take a little small awl. There's probably other tools you can use. This is just white poster paper, what I call it. They make it thinner now, so it's. This was a very outside.
So you were going along the shear line.
Yep. And then you know, I just put these pencil marks in. Makes it just a little easier. You have your deck.
How do you get the ones that you do the different stages from the bow to the stern for the hull shape?
We're going to do that in a minute.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the hull, the shape of the hull, and it's very, very important that you get your load water line right here. Goes all the way across, and we have to follow it when we make all our stations.
Oh, I see the stations.
So
in
they're
there.
very,
Okay.
these are very important. Now, when we make it, we're not going to put the stem in. That goes in afterwards.
Okay.
So this is the top of the shear. And you just, I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I don't know how. They want to build Trio at the Hyannis Maritime Museum. They're just trying to get enough money together to build it.
Who are they going to have build it?
Well, I don't know. They have to find someone. Maybe they already have
Volunteers?
someone. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the water line. I don't want to lose that.
Sorry to interrupt, Malcolm. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Oh, wait, are you filming this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get out of here then. Happy birthday, Malcolm.
You see yourself on YouTube now, George.
You'll be
I don't care.
you'll be famous.
Yeah.
All right. So all you gotta do is connect the lines and cut it out for that. Now you do the same thing to get your stations. Templates, whatever you want. This one here is the stern.
Yeah.
And number 2 and number 3 are the widest part. You just want to make sure you don't need the water line on the stern, but we want to get the shape of the stern,
How come you don't need the water line on the stern for?
because it'll just come in automatically when we
Oh, cutting the wood, yeah.
yeah. Now see that this has got a curve to it, but we're not using the curve on a half model. You don't normally show the curve of the deck, so the stern's going to come across straight.
Okay.
You can always add it if you want. So, see if I okay, now we don't want to, we have to keep moving so we don't, I usually do these one at a time. Cut them out. Alright, so there we go. Okay, I'm doing number 1 station now. And putting in the water line, LWL. Very important to have that.
Oh, that's how you make that line where you
Yep,
know how to line it up as your.
yep.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully that gives everybody some idea what I'm doing.
And if you just
Yes.
email Mystic or call them, they'll send you the plans?
Probably, but the plans I got from them originally was a bigger scale, and I took it to a place and had them put the scale down to the right.
Like Kinko's.
Yeah. So that was number one. Then you got number two. Then you switch over. You get number three, number four, number five.
Okay.
Just remember the water line.
Yeah,
And
it's the only way to line it
then
up.
very carefully. Very carefully. Cut them out.
You just use a really sharp X-Acto knife?
No.
No? What do you use?
Well, I guess you could, whatever you feel comfortable
Or
with.
scissors?
I bought a little pair of scissors. And that's what I use.
And then what did you do? Just put like resin on them to
No,
keep
I
them?
did those because they got wet. And just make sure you mark your stations, and those same stations are on the plans here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
you
yeah.
need those to transfer to the.
And that's where you make your lines on the hull to
Yeah.
line them up, right where
Yeah.
those lines are at the bottom
Yeah,
of the plans.
there,
Yeah,
there.
yeah, okay.
There, there, and there.
That makes
It's
sense.
good if you know someone, if you don't know yourself, that knows a little bit more about plans, because they can probably help you, if I haven't confused you.
All right.
But that's
so-
how I do it, and you just gotta make the other 4. And I usually end up with something that looks like this. Waterline, and I just make it like this. Just so you have something to grab onto.
Yeah, you need to hold it. Yeah.
And when I get all through, I just take another piece of poster board, and I make a big envelope. Put some clips in it to hold it. That's how I
Okay.
make my envelope to hold all my templates. So I guess the next time we'll do some little bit more planing and sanding on the half hull. We're not too far from ready to sand. A little more planing, basically a midships is where you're gonna take the most wood off.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks.